Just a lower leg injury.
Do you expect him to be back for Florida?
It's a lower leg injury. We'll play it day by day.
And for Boo, obviously also left foot there, it looked like.
I didn't get a chance to ask Clay.
So was playing Miles, some people might read into it. But
No, Miles decided a week ago after we finished the quarter and that he wanted to play. His mom came in and we sat down and he said he wanted to play. He didn't want a red shirt. And so that decision was made, a week ago. And then the San Diego game was so tight, there's no way to get him in there. And so we had an opportunity there with a little press. I thought, he'd give us the front end of the press there, so I wanted to give him a minute or two.
Bol's injury, was that a practicing or that happened in the last game?
Lower leg injury.
What was the adjustment for you guys without him?
Francis played a little bit more. We played Lou a little bit at the 4, Paul a little bit at the 5. We went small there late when they went small. So, other than that, Francis got, what did he get, 13, 14 minutes, and Paul played really good, I thought, tonight, and really picked us up.
You guys shot 65% in the second half after shooting like 35 in the first. What was different for you guys offensively?
Well, we got a couple transition baskets. That helped. We didn't get any transition in the first half, and ball movement was a little better. Peyton got in the lane and made some plays. We got to the free throw line.
happy with the defense, limited to 54 points.
I'm sorry?
Were you happy with your defense overall? I mean, I know.
Yeah, Hobbs got going us on the first half. 3 of the 4 threes he hit were pretty easy, but when you get 3 down, that fourth one goes in a little easier, and then we gave him a wide open look in the second half. But he had a big game against us. We're going to have a tough time in a couple weeks with him. Jessup, he didn't shoot it good, and he usually shoots it, really good. So, I thought at times our activity was pretty good. At times we didn't recognize, what their strengths were and take them away. So, and the rebounding just changed. We were down 6 at half, and then we end up +7. So we had a +13 in the second half. That was the big turning point.
And that was what I was going to ask you about. Was that something that you brought to their attention at the halftime? That you guys were down, what was it, 18-12 on the board?
Yeah, no, we talk about it at every time out. We know how important the rebounding stat is to this team in particular. Just we need some extra possessions on the offensive glass. I think we had 1 offensive rebound. The first half. It's not like we killed it the second half, but at least we had 4. And so. But we just got to do a better job on the boards. We got to get some activity on that offensive glass. We're not getting nearly enough second opportunities.
You've talked a lot about your vets having to play better, and without Bol, statistically he's your best guy scoring wise. And Peyton and Paul both scored their most points in the first game of the season. Do you feel like those guys have played?
No, like I said, I thought Paul had a good game all around. I thought defensively he was pretty solid, and he had 5 boards. I thought Peyton hit with 5 boards and 3 steals. I thought his overall game was pretty good.
What have you seen from Miles through practice to what he can give you right now?
His shooting is real, really improved the last month. And, so that's been encouraging. His board play, his activity is increased. He is a very good athlete. Obviously we're 9-10 games into it, so he's a little bit behind playing time, but we don't have big numbers, so he's been in every possession in practice, because we don't have guys to rest. So I think he can make the adjustment pretty quick and give us a few minutes with his athleticism. It won't be a major role to start, but I think there is a role there for him.
Does it feel like, not knowing how long Bol's going to be out, and that changes kind of everything for this team, doesn't it?
Well, he's a pretty good player. So.
Your rotations, I don't want to say going back to the drawing board, but I just feel like you guys on the fly have to make some pretty quick adjustments.
Yeah, yes and no. We can run a lot of the same stuff. Francis has got to get a little more comfortable scoring the ball, and they're not going to be Bol, but we can still throw it inside to him, and get some better action. And Francis sets very good screens, better than Bol, so we might be able to get some more downhill stuff. So just going to have to play differently.
Is it frustrating at all that you get Lou back and it looks like you kind of got your team now, and then all of a sudden you're kind of making do again?
Well, I think you guys can see the talent level of those two guys, you know, is special, you know, and so, and Lou, you know, it's going to take a while because he's been out since January, but man, there were a couple defensive possessions where he was flying around covering a lot of ground, you know, and just his activity and toughness, gets 5 boards, you know, just he gives us an edge that we desperately need.
Okay. Anybody want to talk about Florida A&M? We got Coach McCollum coming back.
Yeah, Robert's coming back.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right. See you.